Sand dunes in the Arctic? Yes, there are large sand dunes in the frozen tundra. Kobuk Valley National Park in northwest Alaska is inside the Arctic Circle, yet it boasts a sand dune bigger than Manhattan. Well, the Great Kobuk Valley Sand Dunes is a signature site. Kobuk Valley National Park is all about pristine wilderness. You can't just drive to the sand dune, or anywhere else in the park for that matter. It is the 9th largest national park in the US, just a bit smaller than Yellowstone. There are no roads, facilities, trails, campgrounds, and visitor centers inside the park. There isn't even a park sign inside the park. It is completely wild. With the wild comes freedom and self-reliance. You can go anywhere and camp anywhere. Generally speaking, no permits are needed. However, you must have the skills and the stamina to survive in the wilderness and find your own way, hiking or navigating the rivers. Conditions in Alaska can change rapidly, and bad weather can persist for days. Your ride back to civilization may have to wait, so bring plenty of food and a good book in case you get stuck for a few days. The season is short, generally from June to August. You must be prepared for cold weather, even in the middle of summer. This is the Arctic after all. Most people enter the park via air taxi from Bettles or Kotzebue. Some enter the park from Ambler by floating down the Kobuk River. These planes can drop you off with your gear anywhere the plane can land. Float planes can land on the Kobuk River. Bush planes with proper wheels can land on the sand dunes or dirt strips in the park. The planes can come and pick you up at a pre-arranged time and location. However, it all depends on the weather. Mother Nature still rules here. You can also do what we did, which is a one-day sightseeing trip. We started at Bettles, visited Walker Lake in the gates of the Arctic National Park, flew over the Great Kobuk Sand Dune before we landed on Kobuk River, about 2 miles from the sand dune. The National Park Service recommends 4 hours for the round trip from Kobuk River to the sand dune. The shore near the Kobuk River where we landed was pretty sandy, kind of like a mini sand dune. It was cold and windy on this September day, with temperature in the 40s. Since the plane was cold, we were already cold when we got there. First, we did the most important thing, unfurled the park sign and took a picture to document the visit to our 62nd national park. We sat on the sand by the river, ate cold sandwiches, and climbed up one of the 30-foot hills nearby, with a very nice view of the boreal forest on one side and the river on the other. We spent about an hour on the ground before heading back to Bettles. If you traverse the park from east to west on the Kobuk River, it takes about 7 days. The river moves slowly, so 20 miles a day is considered long. Wildlife is abundant near the river, including bears, caribou, wolves, and moose. You have to be able to defend yourself just in case. 10 miles down the river from Ambler is the eastern end of the park boundary and the Patitak Onion Portage. This is where people have hunted for caribou for centuries and even today. Caribou crosses Kobuk River at this location during their annual migration. It's a great place to see caribou migration when in season. Even though it's inside the national park, qualified subsistence hunters are allowed to hunt caribou here. The natives use all of the caribou, the meat, the hide, and the bones. The main visitor center is Kotzebue, inside the Northwest Arctic Heritage Center. You can get park stamps, guidance from rangers, and borrow bear-resistant food containers from here. Kobuk Valley National Park is not for everyone. You have to be adventurous, love the wilderness, and have the skills. It is difficult and expensive to visit. When you visit, you are rewarded with magnificent sand dunes, meandering river, and a chance to see the caribou migration and other wildlife. only about 15,000 people visit the vast wilderness per year, and that is part of the attraction. We are on our way to visit all the national parks in the United States. Follow along by hitting the subscribe button below. Hit the notification bell so you know when a new video is released. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and please share it with everybody that you know.